And the game that we waited for so long, it officially started. MLG starting on the Deacon side against TNS on the Classic, and Hoax is having a hard time since the beginning because triple lane from MLG's side. And I forgot to mention, I'm joined by Spams.
Hello everyone, we are back, and this is my first ever cast joining Tommy G here for MLG versus TNS.
And immediately Hybrid TP'd on mid to help his friend Hoax. That leaves 1 versus 1 MLG Mixi versus TNS Taki Taki and Cassius versus MLG Guy. So the thing is, the spells on TNS, we'll get back to that. So Hoax is going with Power Toss, Collision Course, Iron Skin and Judgment, and they are going for the first blood. The MLG guys are pushing so hard. Even Threk TP'd on mid, that leaves them 3 versus 3. Spams, what's your thought about this?
Well, TNS trying to adapt to the MLG strat here, as we can see, but I feel like they were a bit too late to act on it, which gave MLG a heads up, giving them a chance to chunk them out. And even if they try to dive this right now and get a kill, maybe they can rotate even to their shrine and try to break that.
So double
as well.
Ranveer and Akuma against Akuma, Ranveer and Gogmangog, and the spells Shocking Grasp, Power Dash, Giant Killer, Earthquake, Eternal Collision, Spellbane, Judgment on Pokipie. This is the mid laner, I assume. And Stunning Collision.
Yeah.
In terms of which spells are better,
In terms of which spells are better, I feel like we haven't seen Iron Skin so far, and
they jumped to use Dragon Breath. Now Hoax is in this difficult position, but they are returning the fire, and will we see a first blood on Hoax, or either, oh, the power dash to get the kill and first blood on the MLG side. And I thought that they will kill Pokipie, but Hoax ended up dying, and now that leaves Trex and Hybrid on the mid lane. Let's hop out on the bottom lane.
yeah, so just as I mentioned, MLG just being first on the strat there gives them a chance to, well, they can't take much more of it just to kill in the end of cheeky first blood, giving them the 200 gold
and
advantage.
Mochi just ate this Eternal Blast that did a lot of damage on him, and this TNS guy has Eternal Blast, Power Dash, Spellbane and Disintegrate. So this Eternal Disintegrate is in early meta. I mean, how can I say that? Like the first and second tournament, TNS are still sticking to the same playstyle, and the game evolved a little bit. And now triple lane on the mid, Shocking Grasp, and can they follow up that with something to get the kill on track? And this is a Dragon Breath.
Like I mentioned, MLG just playing a clean game here in the mid lane. They know what they are doing. TNS doing a not that good of a job adapting to the strat, which is why they have been
Yep, they forced Hoax to use the shrine.
chased out of that mid lane.
Yeah, now Hybrid is alone, and MLG are having a good time into pushing them out of the lane. They are casting that Shocking Grasp. Now they're going top lane, and they caught Hoax out of position. That will leave Haru the only one chasing Hoax, and Pokipie and MLG Young are returning on the mid lane. Hoax immediately used that Collision Course, but he hit only the ground. And MLG Mixi on the other hand on the top lane, he got that skill. And this is a Lucius with Critical Strike. That can only mean one thing, and we know what that can be, you know?
Yeah, Lucius with Critical Strike is amazing. We have also seen him with the Scatter Shot, I believe.
Yep, and MLG Young Giant Killer. So the theme of MLG, I think the dragon, their main objective, and the dragon is spawned on the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Real Haru and Mochi just finished tier 1, level 5 on this Gogmangog, Divine Smite for his ultimate, and Earthquake on this Ranveer. And on the mid lane, the MLG actually will now retreat from the shrine to the mid lane, and they will continue pressuring, I think, this tower. Then it leaves to top and the shrine, and the fight between Taki Taki and this Lucius with Critical Strike is not going in favor for the Lucius, because Taki Taki bought his shard, and that means that the Shocking Grasp and Collision Course will do less damage on Taki Taki, and even though this is an Akuma.
Okay, now the biggest problem with what TNS are trying to do is, yes, they're going for Giant Slayer and that dragon killing, but losing that tier 1 tower down in the bot lane will make that even difficult. And even if this tower in the mid lane now falls, I believe they're going to be in a very backhand position, because the first dragon did spawn down in that bottom lane. So it's interesting to see how they will adapt, but just as I mentioned, already we're seeing a roam since that mid wave gets pushed in.
Haru is
dive.
rotating from behind the shrine to the inside the tower, but Taki
That was just a
yeah,
funny dive.
Yeah, it was a fun dive, and now MLG Yonk is on 30 HP. The TNS are responding back with some fires, but as we saw like 2 minutes ago, MLGs are forced TNS behind the tower, and they are using their dragon breaths and spells just to clear out the wave. A lot of pressure is being done by MLG, and again they are full on HP and mana for some of them. But the biggest part now, he jumped with that power dash, collision course from Pokipie just to follow up that stun and to get the kill. Hulk's power dashed, power tossed someone. He's actually on great age experience, and that is a double kill. I wanted to say health because I thought that power toss did something.
Well, an amazing turn of events here for TNS, finally getting a chance to show up, but MLG are chasing.
MLG are chasing, they get that double stun and the chain stun on Hybrid, but he manages to get back a double collision and stunning. Actually, one is level, the collision cores on the Mochi and on the Renvir are both level 1. That's why they could not get the kill.
An interesting turn of events. It's sad to see that MLG couldn't get a bit of more of an advantage over that mid lane. Just the bot tier 1 tower, which isn't resulting to much, but the Lush is up in the top lane, level 7
and now the dragon is in his favor, spawning on the top lane. But the disintegrate, look at the way that it deals a lot of damage.
Following him around.
Yeah, but it deals a lot of damage, and now Pokipie and MLG Young are on the mid lane. They're against TNS Trek. The Dragon Breath, level 2, deal a lot of damage on the creeps, help them clear the wave, but this is a level 3 Gogmangok.
It's true. I feel like with the wave shoving MLG had in mid, they could have turned it into something else. Maybe a tower either in the mid lane or in the top lane, or get some damage in the shrine, but they're just picking up kills where they shouldn't be.
And they are immediately teleporting back into base. He will buy some boots on the Gogmangok. Hybrid is on the top lane. Taki on the mid lane. He is going behind them. Manages to get the stun with that collision course. But MLG Young and Pokipie, they just retreat. They just disengage. And he went from behind. And I think that this Earthquake will be unleashed now in a second. Because from the MLG side, we see a lot of giant killers and critical strikes.
Yeah, this game just feels like Cops and Robbers, where they just switch teams from all sides because it's just a chasing match. Once again, MLG shoving that wave in mid, keeping them under the tower, not allowing them to move around.
In case of Spellbane, I'm not sure. Oh, triple Iron Skin, and Cassius killed real Haru. And that happened on the bot lane, and now MLG Young is chasing the TNS, or he just scouted him because he's level 4. And I think the action will go here. They caught him between the tower. Taki unleashed the Earthquake, and they're jumping to get the kills. And Trek got the kill with Dragon Breath, to be honest. 4 people from TNS on the top lane. Now that leaves MLG Young alone, and one on the mid. There are 2 of them alone. TNS team is pushing top.
TNS team showing up great here. Now both teams have a Giant Slayer, which means that if TNS get this top tier 1, maybe the both teams will decide to swap dragons if they want to, because TNS will have the tier 1 tower prio in the top lane and MLG would have it in the bot lane. So it'd be really fun if we see both teams actually have each one Geo. That would be really fun.
Poki's gathering solo experience, but I'm not sure against level 7 Akuma with Earthquake ready on the way. MLG Young also is having a hard time. As you can see, this guy is level 4 and only 1 level on Power Dash, 2 levels on Shocking Grasp and Giant Killer. I'm not sure if he's able to get that stone at the moment.
Yeah, as I recall, Mickey was level 7 3 minutes ago right now. I don't know if we can find him right now to check. He's level 8 now. It's a very difficult Lucius to kill. And TNS, I believe they're just gonna stick with their strat.
2 on the mid lane. Hoax opens this battle with collision course, but MLG jumps. Everything is steady. Stunning light came from above. Spellbanes are being activated. The damage is being now reduced. But Mochi get the kill on Hybrid, and now they're chasing TNS. And what happened? Will Hoax get back? This was a bad thing to do. Shocking Grasp to get the kill, and now MLG Young are in the lead actually.
Yeah, MLG picking that fight back up, and now they will get rewarded with the tier 1 tower. It is also very interesting to see what will they do now. They won the fight, they got the tier 1. What is the next play? Do you go for the shrine? Do you just reset? Do you go for the Geo somewhere?
I think reset is a good option. and find some way to find a solo kill, because a lot of power dash and double collision course will get you a kill and then fall back and try to actually play on the top lane. First you need to scout the dragon, if it's top, because they don't know where the dragon is, or the game shows you, never, I don't know, but if it's on the top lane, and it is, they need to play here, because that critical strike on Lucius can help them, and also Giant Killer get the dragon and finish the game actually.
What happened to the Geo in the bot lane? Didn't the first one spawn down there?
Yeah, but then the other spawn top.
Oh, okay. So we will not see a cross-map Geo.
Hoax is level 8, I just want to check the gold advantage, and Hoax is leading, actually Cassius is leading, and they are quite close everyone, but Mochi from the other side is actually the wealthiest hero on the map.
Yeah, so a pretty even game state coming in right now. It will be fun to see which team will pull the trigger
TNS,
first.
Cassius is pushing bot lane, we see a lot of heroes on the mid, and we see TNS, Hoax and Taki on the top lane approaching this shrine. I think that 2 versus 2 will happen. MLG lead with that collision course and earthquake. TNS were not aware of this, and now MLG guild will start attacking the shrine. What do you think? TNS are they aware of what will happen actually?
Yeah, I mean, it's the second dimension. It just depends on who will pull the trigger first. They find 2 people in the jungle, easy shrine takedown, and this just blows the map wide open.
Actually, MLG showed us the element of surprise, and now they're jumping on hybrid, and I think that without spell bane, with Iron Skin, maybe the physical damage is less, but they will get you the kill with those chain stuns. Earthquake is being unleashed, Haru is attacking, but Poki just joined the fight, and MLG Young gets the job finished, and they're going for more. MLG versus TNS, 1 for 2, and both are on low HP, and TNS Taki actually retreat. Get them back.
They turn the fight around. The second you think it is done for TNS, and MLG have almost ended, or at least swing the game in their favor, Trek comes in the last moment, collision courses, flame breaths, 2 down of them, making it an even fight overall.
It's 9-9, they are even.
Yeah, this game is dead even. We did predict MLG, but like we said, we wanted to see TNS prove us wrong, and that is what they are doing right now.
But I gotta say something. TNS, they have 3 Iron Skins heroes, and later in the game that will go to a downfall from my point of view, because the spell bane against Iron Skin, every spell that MLG have will done damage successfully, because now we see the MLG real Haru is going back. They are not aware that Mochi will join the fight. He's brought everyone close to them. Mochi is being now pushed back because everyone from TNS joined at the same time, and now Poki, I'm not sure if he should go, but now Hybrid is alone. Maybe if he knew that TP was on the way.
He will decide against the chase, and maybe it's for the best. Your teammates are not here right now. You are a bit of on the back foot right now, so you have to decide if you want to pressure one lane at a time, maybe group as 5. You have the shrine advantage right now for MLG.
He bought that shard, and level 1 Giant Killer cannot help you, I think, but 2 magic armors can help you, and I think that he went here unnoticed.
Yeah.
He just scouted the dragon.
Maybe
maybe he tested the damage.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to see how much damage the Geo will do to him alone, which is actually not that much, to be honest, coming in from the Geo. So
MLG, Young, Haru, and Mochi, and Pokipie actually, Mixie, Pokipie, and now they're being joined by everyone from the team. And TNS are positioning themselves.
This is the shadowing moment we talked about.
2 judgments, 1 eternal, 2 earthquakes, and 2 judgments we saw from these 4 guys.
However, that Iron Skin spell will help out. Yeah, that Iron Skin spell will help out against that
Giant Killer and critical strike.
Against that Lucius who has been solo almost all game, just farming already, having that broadsword in his inventory. So the Iron Skin will help out. However, it does reduce your magic resistance.
Is watch out for this. If TNS moves into this direction, then Haru can go from behind and cut them off guard. But now Hulk scouted that bridge, and I think he saw real Haru and immediately notified his teammates get back.
Yeah.
They want to fight at the moment. And MLG Young is very low on HP, and TNS Cassius just unleashed that Eternal Blast. And one Disintegrate can finish off this guy, but now he healed up. TNS are pushing. Oh, this is actually a chase. Power toss. Power toss, but in the wrong direction. Mochi just went a little bit back. Spellbane, but Stunning Light, the only spell that pierces through that. The pure damage and beautiful Stunning Light to finish off the job. But everyone is scattered. This is a weird and awkward game, to be honest.
Yeah, like I mentioned, MLG also have a bit of a... they do have a little bit of an advantage because TNS don't have a shrine to regen. So even if MLG lose a trade or end up a bad fight, you can just go to a shrine. You don't have to recall. You don't have to go to the base, which is why TNS is on the back foot a little bit. But they are making good picks onto MLG. I will give them that.
But yeah, as I said, the Spellbane will come in handy later in the game.
True.
Iron Skin can actually counter the physical damage, yeah. But the spells, they have a lot of shocking grabs, the power dash, the earthquakes, and everything can come kinda against TNS later in the game.
Iron Skin will increase your armor, but it will decrease your magic resistance. So in a way, it's kind of a 50-50. In this case, you're only dealing with one Lucius. So will it be that worth it?
Yep.
Because one Earthquake can blow your team
and
up.
MLG Young made his move, and I just saw that the whole team is actually here. And I think that one guy needs to be positioned, and that is Mochi and the perfect... Yup, so Mochi is positioned and the lower ground on the river. Pokipie is the first and when on the lane. TNS are aware, but I think that if they remember the last time they saw the real Haru here, that they know.
They are not just walking in. Now the problem for TNS is, are they taking the Geo? Are they just trying to bait us in? You can never know until you actually walk up, but there's 3 people in there. You cannot just walk in.
I think this whole scene that played here is just so MLG Young can take the dragon. And now if MLG, the rest of the MLG force a fight where they engage and disengage at the moment, like kind of play mind games with TNS, then MLG can successfully take the dragon because he's dealing quite a damage on him and not taking that much of damage.
Amazing coming in now.
Level 1 giant killer.
Yeah, they are protecting him really well. They are not allowing anyone from TNS to walk in. Just let Young do his thing on that Geo.
Yeah. Look at the way they're positioned like Guardians of the Bridge in Geostone.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Bridge. And MLG Young is having
really
a hard
low
time.
though.
He's having a hard time, and now Mixie joined, but if the dragon starts...
Yes, that will be just enough.
Who will pick?
It will be Young who picks up the red Geostone.
And 2k on that Ranveer.
Amazing.
And he's TPing back into the base, and of course he's got a lot of money, but I think the Mystic Staff should be the greatest option for him now.
Yeah,
TNS are kinda pushed back, as you said earlier, on their back foot, fighting from their back foot.
Like I said, they cannot step up. MLG are just not giving them a room to breathe in that top lane. The second they try to come, MLG just clears the wave, so they cannot really step up into that.
And they're making moves. Mochi is going from behind on Taki, and Pokipie just showed himself. I think Taki used it Spellbane too early, but they used Collision Course into him, and he tanked that damage, used the Earthquake, and now he's escaped.
Yeah, just one Earthquake.
He made a mistake into using Spellbane too early, but with them knowing that, they used Collision Course.
Yeah, it's true. Now, however, Taki's Earthquake is on cooldown. That's a 1-minute cooldown, so if MLG want to make their move, they better make it quick, knowing that... Oh, Hoax is running.
Yup, he's running, and Haru is just behind him with double magic armor, and this render is too tanky, but another judgment is being called upon real Haru. Will MLG comes, Poki joins the fight, MLG team responds immediately, and they're going to get the kill on this tanky Ranveer with that power dash and shocking grass. But now another guy joins the fight, and MLG Mixie is on double kill. TNS are having a hard time against these Stone Protector Collector MLG team.
Amazing chase coming in there. The second you see Hoax running away and then you see everyone turning, you're like, oh yes, TNS can maybe turn this around. But it's 4 members from MLG that come from behind, not allowing them to
TNS and
jump in
Cassius
on
behind the tower. They are like, what should we do now? This guy is carrying the stone. Should we make some drums? Because this Ranveer is so tanky. We should make some theme song for him.
a theme song. I mean, that could always work for sure.
Sound effect.
Now, what do you do as MLG? You have to like keep
this guy
pushing
that is
the
so
borders.
low, yeah. So
You have to
TNS
keep-
Taki is pushing top alone. That means that he is trying to cut waves and make something for his team to react. But Taki actually TP'd somewhere and made a kill from pushing the top lane. He TP'd top, I think.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
missing
tier 2
that.
down up in the top lane. The middle tier 2 is really low.
And the mid laner on TNS is having a hard time being level 9 Akuma with Iron
Difficult game here for TNS. You are fighting against a Geo. They did manage to pick up 1 kill, so that's okay. But until you take that Geo from Young, he's just gonna be a nuisance.
Will Young jump on Hoax, or will he play as safe as he can because he's carrying the stone? And everyone from TNS is aware of his positioning on the map.
True.
Cassius is joined by a track at the moment. TNS Hybrid and Taki on the mid lane. They spotted real Haru, but the guy with the stone is behind them. And he's safe. Actually, he's in the base.
Yeah, so
that
now,
means if they react now.
Yeah, that is true. You do see the stone holder in the base now. Do you try to act upon that now? However, I think it's a bit too late because you can see everyone here in the mid lane coming in from MLG. I think they're looking at a siege. They first have to clear out those waves in order to have a chance for TNS to respond, or actually not give them a chance to respond. That tower is so
Eternal
long.
Blast gets the tower. Now he's going with confidence here, scouting this way, because why not? These are the positions on the map that the opponents can caught you in a trap. Hoax, and they made the jump. Taki stuns them with that earthquake. TNS approaches the fight, stunning light while he's being tossed, and MLG Young immediately retreats from this fire position, and they're chasing real Haru, but will they get him? Another collision course they caught. Oh, they killed Mixie, and now they're chasing Haru. Hoax kills real Haru, and that leaves TNS in a lead actually. And now MLG Young level 9, he's
Once again, they see the stone holder not with their team, and TNS just pounds, getting 2 kills in their favor, and now they are the ones pushing in that midway and that mid lane tower tier 2. I don't think they can get much. Maybe try to go for the shrine now, because there is 20 seconds cooldown. I mean respawn timer on 2 enemies.
Hoki bot shard, but no spellbane yet. MLG Young only with level 1 on Giant Killer, and he finished the job to be honest. But now Cassius is going on the shrine. He's trying to draw attention on the stone guy. Maybe the spells are ready to be casted now. Cassius used spellbane maybe too early, but now the judgment is being called. He baited kindly the MLG team for the stone guy to come, but will that be in TNS favor? The disintegrate is being casted, but MLG, when the stone guy is here, they are too tanky. They get the kill. 50-second respawning time on the Gurlo, on the Gogmangog. They're going for Hoax, and they manages to almost team wipe TNS. When the stone guy is near the team, they are kinda too strong.
Yeah, so they tried to go for the shrine, but MLG just do an amazing job of punishing what TNS tried to do. Even I believe it was
Cassius.
It was Cassius who tried to
bait them.
He tried to bait them, but it didn't work out. MLG just too ahead right now.
So Cassius set up a trap for the stone guy, because he was like, because he's seeing him. Cassius was here and the stone guy was here, but that was not what he was expecting.
It didn't work out in the end for them. I believe Mochi even fell before the fight even started. So
and only Boots and Broadsword on this Lucius.
I feel like he has a lot of money in his back pocket, so he's just gonna go back to base and buy like a heavy axe right now.
Or he's just saving the money for the next game.
He's saving money for next game,
Yeah. Pokepie. Actually, MLG are taking things slow, and TNS are trying to respond to them, but as long as they are carrying the stone, we know the outcome.
I believe this game can go either way. If any team finds a good pick, or if it postpones into like 20 more minutes when everyone just gets full items, it'll just come down to execution and the stone, of course. Young's still having it so far for at least like 10 minutes on him.
Mystic Staff, double magic armor, cloaks of resistance,
Great.
boots of speed, level 1 giant killer. Poke is positioning himself in a way that you want to see, but Mochi immediately TP's back because TNS are pushing this, are shoving this bot lane. That is the only lane that they can go when the enemies are on the opposite side. And even though you can escape from these positions, we know that in Battle for Geostone, but they are aware of the position of the stone. TNS Taki unleashed Earthquake, Stunning Light upon this Ranveer, and someone from MLG unleashed that Earthquake. Stunning Light is on the way. The fight is kinda going slowly, progresses. If it's in the way of the TNS, they're trying their hard. The Disintegrate is being here, but everyone used that Spellbane. The stone is giving them a really big hit, but TNS gets the stone. Hybrid pick up the redstone. Triple kill for Cassius. Will they go for more? And this is what just as Spam says. Whoever gets that perfect fight will actually come back mechanic. TNS Taki is going immediately retreats bottom to defend.
Well, the fight was a 4v5, but Mochi was all alone in that bot lane. He will die as well. A team wipe coming in, but however, he did get a lot of damage onto that tier 3 down in the bottom. But that is still a 5-for-1 trade. Great fight for TNS coming in at the last moment there. That fight looked so scrappy, like it would go
there
either
was
way.
a hero from MLG side that misclicked the Earthquake here.
Yeah, someone misclicked that Earthquake
Someone
really
misclicked
early. That would have come in handy a bit later, but there it is.
Look at the damage from Eternal Blast combined with triple Mystic Staff.
That is
Pay close
big
attention.
numbers.
Someone is tipping. MLG
Young
Young
coming
TPs.
in.
He want that stone back. Give him what's his. He's that stone protector. But that won't happen. Actually, they killed Taki Taki. They're chasing for Cassius. MLG Young wants that stone back. He's like, that is mine. Give it back. But where is the stone? Actually, he's on the mid lane.
Hybrid has the stone. He is not giving it in any chance. Look at him. He's staying in
Hybrid is like, haha, jokes on you. I'm not giving this stone. This is mine now.
Doesn't matter if you lose the game, because in the end it matters is who held the stone the most.
Yep, who held the stone the most, and Hybrid can go here, like here on this tree, and they won't find him at all.
Just jump off the map, why not?
MLG Young wins a fight. MLG Guild wins a fight, then TNS and back and forth, and Hoax jumps double collision course. He stuns MLG Young and Poki, and Trek is waiting. There is no, to be honest, I haven't seen a rune of teleportation.
Yeah, no rune of teleportation coming in so far, but MLG doing a great job just shoving in this mid wave, getting that tower, maybe even breaking it down.
They
because
took tier 3.
Tier 3 mid is down, tier 3 bottom lane is really low.
Oh,
Judgment coming
Judgment
in.
on the guy that was supposed to use the Judgment, and he tossed him! That toss! This is what TNS are capable of, and Taki Taki immediately continues to chase Mochi, but I think he will get caught in a trap or no, because this guy deals a lot of damage. Oh, it's only Eternal Blast. Nope, I'm favoring Taki Taki in this 1v1, and we're following this. The Akuma is fast as a cheetah. Collision course hits Mochi. Mochi will now immediately release that Spellbane, but it's too late, and now Hybrid is chasing the stone because of the stone.
My turn.
He's so slow because of the stone.
It's true. He says, my turn now to chase
now.
you all off the map. Thank you for killing the Geo and just giving me that free stone.
And now TNS will do a lot more damage on structures if they manage somehow to pick off somebody from MLG, or even win a battle in front of their tier 3. This is it for me.
This is TNS saying, okay, like we said, thank you for breaking our mid-tier 3, and now it's our turn.
Hoax is waiting. Spellbane from TNS. Taki I think was being casted, but the Judgment, he was being too greedy and tossed. He tried to do something, unleash that Earthquake. Judgment upon him. They're waiting. TNS are stunned from the last Earthquake. The fight is going. MLG Young killed Hoax. Hoax was too greedy, but will TNS with that stone carrying, he will utilize the power of the stone, and Poki used Judgment on Taki. Dragon Breath was being casted like that in the Oblivion.
Okay, so a 2-for-1 in the end in favor of TNS. However, they have to reset now. There's nothing much you can do on the map. The next Geo has not spawned yet, and there's literally nothing to do. You just have to push out waves and wait for your teammate to respawn and go again.
What about the Lucius that has had, 5k gold in his pocket? Let's check out the gold advantage. 20k on Cassius.
12. 13, that is. 13,000.
Yeah, I said 20?
Yeah. never
Okay,
mind.
my bad, guys. It's okay.
It's fine.
and of course,
But with
Mochi
Mochi.
from this other side and MLG Young.
Yeah,
so
it
I
looks
want to
like-
check the Lucius. Let's find.
He's gonna
he's
respawn.
dead.
He's gonna respawn now.
He's dead. MLG Young
There he
respawned.
is.
He
There it is.
bought double
Broadsword, longsword, and a cloak of resistance.
Cloak and saving money to go to prom.
Yeah, damage items are a bit more expensive, that is, coming in this game. Except for the Mystic Staff, I believe that is a pretty expensive item as well. And now the game will slow down a bit. Both teams will try to create a play, maybe bait your opponent into coming to you, and you have a prepared plan on how
Now
to
the
fight
pressure
them
is on
back.
TNS because MLG are aware of the position of hybrid. So if they find a way to play around this, they can now easily use information on who's where. Like if they see 4 here and they know where is the 5th guy or something like that, they can guess hybrid is too slow but too tanky. Too
Yeah.
slow but too tanky.
3 cloaks of resistance and 2 magic armors on that Ramvir. He is
4
not
Mystic
falling.
Staff, this Disintegrate combined with Eternal Blast
my God.
will do a lot of damage. We'll just eliminate a hero.
Cassius's job in the fights is just to eliminate one person. Just with that Disintegrate, hit him with the Eternal Blast, he's gone. No way for him to play. And I'm liking this Judgment Toss strat that we are seeing coming
But
in
Hoax
from
was
Hoax.
too greedy, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe that was a bit too deep, or maybe a lack of communication there. Hoax saying we can go in, while the others at the same time saying, okay, let's reset. It did end up in their favor in the end, but they did have to fight under the tier 3 tower.
41 minute into the game, TNS are in the lead. They got the stone. They won the last fight. They are pushing Taki. Taki is pushing bottom lane. That leaves Cassius on the mid. They're scattered, but since Taki is shoving this lane, that means that one from MLG must go here.
Yeah,
If they force a TP and fight 4 versus 4,
True.
I think the TNS get
MLG are all stacked up in the mid lane. We'll get that. What? Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's okay. I think that this is the time where MLG will make a move, and they have this info on TNS bottom. The 2 guys are bottom, and now MLG close. They immediately jumped on the stone carrier, unleashed everything. They retrieved their stone, and the guy that got the stone is MLG Young. He took back what is his, and they're continuing to fight. We see TP from the bottom lane, guys. TNS are trying to get MLG back, but it's too hard. We will see double kill for Mochi. Actually, 4 people eliminated from TNS. Will they manage to kill the 5th guy? And this is it. They managed to team wipe. This is MLG Young. Just as I said, they have the info on the bottom. 2 players,
oh my
and they are
God,
going.
they find hybrid. I mean, they didn't find. They see him and they just make an excellent rotation to clear him out. But there's no tower.
There is no
You can just
tower.
go in. This is it. MLG are gonna pick up the first win. It looks like 12 seconds on the first respawn. And they're just going for the win.
They're going for the win. The throne is waiting. Everyone is casting their spears and everything. MLG Young is the guy that retrieved the stone. We see Hybrid respawning, but what can Hybrid do? Hybrid now is desperate. He is sorry. He say, I lost this stone. I will get hit back. Hybrid, can he pick up the stone though? The track is joining up. They respawn. We thought that this is it for game 1, but no. Track got the stone actually in Judgment, and double kill for Pokepie, and Hybrid is like, I lost the stone and I will get it back for my dear friends on TNS. And just that's why I'm not liking that early saying that's it for game 1.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. I did say 10 seconds on Hybrid, and he does come up. He does take the stone back. It will go to Trek now, which is something I like. That Flame Breath can do a lot of damage in the cluster of fights.
And Cassius is chasing Mochi.
Disintegrate,
but Spellbound, no, Blink, but 8 the damage.
That's half his HP with
and
just
now
one
he
spell.
used Spellbane.
A bit too late there.
Yep.
That's fine. That's fine. TNS have a man advantage now for short time.
Someone is
Tier
TPing top,
2.
immediately destroys
Cancel.
his TP, of course.
Okay, smart choice. Not allowing yourself to get caught up now. 1 minute cooldown, death timer that is, can result in more towers and destruction coming in from the enemy team to
Immediately
yours.
retreat. I think that Shrek now needs something to make himself tanky because he's the guy that is carrying the stone, and we saw what MLG are capable of when they are on the back foot, when they know the position of the stone. They are capable of obtaining it again.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Will MLG try to go S5, try to hide somewhere and pick off that stone carrier?
In my opinion, when you have the stone, the only mistake that you can do is what TNS did minute ago. They showed two of TNS players here, and MLG were getting close to the stone, and they had the perfect info. Max can beat 3 people with the stone, and 5 versus 3.
You cannot walk alone with that stone because they do know your location. You have to stick with
And now
at least 2 players.
Is perfect positioning himself here, clearing the wave and saving TP if things get messy.
True. Where's the stone carrier? Let's try to find him. He's okay, up in the middle. So as I mentioned, Trek has to stick with someone and let others catch the side waves that are coming in from top and bot, because you cannot get picked off right now. You cannot give the stone away. It has just been a game of hot potato, I believe, with this stone, where people just tossing it around him. An amazing performance coming in from both teams in general, but MLG sticking as 5.
As long as they're sticking as 5, they have that win advantage.
I feel like both teams are trying to do the same thing. They put one person in the lane, and all 4 are just waiting for who engages first.
Because TNS are lacking Spellbane, they are having hard trouble winning the fights. As I said in minute 2, what I see happening in the future, you know, and that is actually true to some extent, because Iron Skin versus Spellbane, and they're not going with right clicks, they're going with spell damage at him.
True, and that is why that Lucius has not been proven to be that worthy, because the Iron Skin just negates him, but there's 4 people left. The Spellbane will negate so much more than the Iron Skin will.
And they exchanged Looks ice and they jumped. Cassius versus MLG Young, 1 versus 1. Hybrid is on killing spree. The fight is going separate ways, 1 versus 1 and 4 versus 4 actually. Cassius killed MLG Young, finished the job, going back into the real place, in the real battlefield. TNS are having a great time winning against MLG Young, and Mochi is on double kill. He's continuing to go. TNS Hawks is on very low HP, and Cassius also, he died somehow, and Mochi and Real Haru are kinda alive, and
MLG take the stone back for themselves. A 3 for 3 in the end.
This happened because Hoax was forced to go back.
It's true.
And
they picked off a kill on, I believe it was Mixi, very on early into the before even the fight started.
4 and
Mixi
1 versus 1.
Yeah. But Mixi was just on the corner right there, and that is not a place you want to be next to a Akuma with a collision course and a toss and a judgment. You just get insta-popped right there and on the place. But the Ranveer coming in really tanky from MLG and cleaning up the fight in the end for themselves. From Young and who else was playing the Ranveer? Pearl Haru, yes, of course, Haru.
Real Haru. I think that Mixi is... like not playing. It's like 4 versus 5.
Yeah, but
everything is against him.
It's just because of the Iron Skin. Everyone just picked to counter Mixi. But I mean, what do you do as Mixi? Guys, I'm just gonna try to bait everyone and you kill them because
that is the perfect
they
play.
have spells against me but not against you 4, so that is what you do.
Mochi and the team of MLG are on the top lane, and Taki continues to pressure bottom lane. This is what I love about him. TP. Immediate TP. Use collision course, but someone canceled that TP.
So
where is the stone? Who is carrying the stone? Is it real? Oh, it's Real Haru.
It's Real Haru.
Almost 3k. Look at this. Almost 3k HP. Taki, I'm not sure if he can go 1 versus 1, but the fight is going on. Cassius killed Pokipie. Hawks killed Mixi, and actually TNS are in favor now at the moment because they know the stone is bottom.
Yeah, you can engage. You see Haru being down in that bottom lane, you can just pick off 2 people up in the top, but now the question is not just about the kills, it is what can you get in return.
What about this? Check out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mystic
5
staff.
mystic staffs. That is a lot of damage.
1 disintegrate and 1 eternal blast, and
now what I would maybe liked a bit more is just going glass cannon with as your 3rd spell. Just who cares about the Spellbane? Just you don't even walk in the fight. You just stand on the side, get that glass cannon, and just try to explode with the Eternal Blast as much as you can with that Gog.
Yup, and the Disintegrate heavy damage on it.
Yeah.
Hybrid is now worried. He got that Rune of Immortality, guys. And they are actually 40 minutes into the game, and we thought that MLG will finish. That's why we got excited a little bit, butterflies in our stomach. But as soon as Hybrid respawned, he helped TNS to go once again and try their luck. And since then, they are having a good time, actually.
Yeah, both teams are having difficulties also trying to end this game, because it just, like I mentioned before, it doesn't matter if you get 2 kills. If you get nothing from it, it doesn't really matter. There's 400 extra gold in your back pocket.
And
won't change
you're
much.
Imagine you're Mixi facing with adversity. Critical strike against
against 5 iron skins.
Yep. And instead of
Not
buying something magic armors, you go with broadswords. Maybe you
you know
say,
what?
I'm Mixi.
If I was Mixi, maybe I'd just, you know what, sell all the broadswords. Who cares about the critical strike? Make your earthquake and shocking grasp deal damage.
Sell your critical strike
Yeah.
and buy Spellbane into the middle of the game. Like, can that happen?
Yeah, too bad you can't sell spells.
Yep, check out his damage, Bish. If they
Damage is good, but still, that's a lot of armor coming in from the
yeah.
side of TNS.
a lot of damage. If they finish the fight under the, let's say, high ground, they can get the job done. But Mixi will die in the fight. That is the hard time. I think Mixi should not engage in the fight. Wait if it's 1-4 versus 5, and then save his physical damage to blast the throne.
Yeah, I feel like one team should eventually start pulling the trigger or coming up with a plan on what to do, because
They're just farming.
no one is doing anything. It's 40 minutes into the game. No one wants to lose this. You've committed 40 minutes. You have to play it safe. You
Maybe
have to
they know
approach.
that one fight will decide the winner.
It's true, because if you, for example, if you're TNS and you finish off MLG in their base, you just win, and it goes the same the other way around. But the thing is, if you win a fight in the mid lane right now, somewhere in the center of the map, you can't really do much, because you don't have time to push out the wave and go to the tower. The death timers are only a minute long.
Yep, and also TNS are in this league a lot back with points. They need this win. They must play as careful as they can. As careful as they can. And MLG also bought Rune of Immortality.
An interesting buy. Finally, we are seeing someone getting it, except Subhumans, who are the only ones who have bought Rune of Immortality so far.
They are listening to me.
Of course they are, Tome.
Of course. The game is kind of slow at the moment. There is nothing much happening.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about right now.
Yep, they are picking their position, their spots, and everything. Yeah, you want to talk about summer?
I would like to see someone right now, because we don't have, nothing much is happening. I would like to see someone try and go for a backdoor end, like try to smuggle into the enemy forest and just Rune of Teleportation and start hitting the throne on your own. I don't know.
TNS team are positioning. They are making something happen, I think, with them being placed here in this. Oh, but immediate TP back, Cassius. We don't know why. Why that TP happened?
I feel like keeping the stone on Haru just in the middle is a good safe spot. However, it gives you in like a stalemate position where you're waiting on them to do something, because your stone is in the center of the map and they always see you're in mid lane, you're in the base. So
let's bet on how long this game will last. I say an hour.
Yeah, I'd say about an hour as well.
About
you know what?
hour,
I'll say 70 minutes. Let's just so I say there's
70
more.
minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
70 minutes.
Oh, fight in the mid lane.
They're jumping on Hulks, but immediately TNS are trying to save, but the Stone Carrier is too tanky, and MLG Yonk are having this perfect fight. Earthquakes are being casted, Hybrid is too low on HP, and as I said, they're having a hard time with Hard Skin, with Iron Skin. Disintegrate is being casted on Mochi, and they got the kill, but Real Haru is on killing spree. Double kill on him.
And once again, we're in the same position where everyone is dead and MLG are just pushing in the
Hey,
base.
Mixi is alive.
Will this be? Yeah, Mixi
Mixi is
survived.
alive. Mixi, go guy.
It's just Haru and Mixi right now going in for the throne, but now, yes, last time it was 10
But
seconds.
wait a minute.
Now it's 20.
This is the minute that Mixi is being this is his future.
Useful.
Yeah, he's useful.
Finally useful.
When they say your 5 minutes will come, Mixie, this
There
is
it
your
is.
time to shine. Game 1 for MLG. MVP TNS Cassius.